Hey, what is up, guys? Great to have you back. We're back into our Filmora Wondershare course and we're back with another lesson. So I hope you're excited as much as I am because we're covering up a lot of the content and we're about to finish the course. So congratulations to you guys for sticking around for this long. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something from it. And I hope you will leave a good grade because it will help me out a lot, so consider doing that. But right now, let's go back to the course. So in this episode, we will learn how to use elements. Elements are actually really fun to use and they're really cool looking. So let's jump right into Premiere Pro as always with our project. And I will show you what elements are and how to use them. So as you can see, elements are right here with this gallery picture right underneath overlays. And if we enter here, we have a lot of different elements and a lot of different storytellers. So exactly, what elements are there are things that tell the story even better. So there are storytellers. That's how I like to call them. So right here, as you can see, we have a couple of faces or something, but that's actually not something I like to use. Let me show you. Let me show it to you. See, that's not really professional looking and that's not something I like to use. What I really like to use is the tutorial ones and the web ones. And yeah, that will be it. So these other ones are actually, they are not really looking professional. They are actually for Instagram videos and stuff like that, but I don't use Filmora for that. So as you can see right here, you have a lot of these, and of course they are added the same way as everything else on the plus, double clicking or something like that. So right here, let's add something. These are actually, I just want to to clarify this. These are the same thing as the scribble animation effects. So going down to the web section, we have this like button right here, which is really cool looking and really useful for tutorials. Once you ask for a like on a YouTube tutorial, you can use this to tell the story a little bit better and make it more convincing. So what I'm doing right now is press this plus to add it in the timeline where our marker is. So once you've done that, this is going to appear right here. It's going to be stretched all the way on this preview box right here. So I will get it down like this and get it back to the side. So right here, once we've added it, I'm sorry. I was yawning. It's really late and I'm recording this. Oh, I need sleep. So we added this like sign right here and let's actually drag it out a little bit. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's looking really cool. So as you can see right here, we can rotate it, make it look bigger or even smaller. But the thing with elements, which is really cool, is they have a little bit more options, not like filters and overlays. So elements, if you double click, you will have these options right here, which are really cool. So you got these basic options right here, as you can see, to move it around, but we can do that in the preview box. So we got, let's say we want to add this fade and we're trying to uh, fade it in like it's not gonna appear harsh, it's just going to fade slowly in, it's not gonna pop out. As you can see, we have a lot of these. So these are probably the same thing as transitions, I would say. And yeah, that will be it for this motion options. So going down, let's close it. Let's go to mask right here. When it comes to mask, I really wouldn't recommend you to use this because it's going to change the whole element. It's going to change the shape of it. So if we have a circle with a like sign on it, this will mess it up totally. So if you add this moon right here, let me show it to you. We're going to add this moon, and as you can see, the like is not going to appear anymore because we have the moon and the like is crossing over it, and look, it's just turning out bad. you can't even properly see the lights. So I personally don't like to use these under the mask, so we're gonna use the first one, and that is nothing right here. That's the X sign. So moving on, right here we have the green screen options. So of course some of you know what green screen is, and it's, if you have a green screen behind it, you can always uh, key it out using the keying option right here by checking it, and you need to select the color, which is the background, of course, if you're trying to change up the element. So it's really fun to use, trust me. You can bring up the intensity. I really don't use this when it comes to elements because our elements are simple to use. You don't need to really style them up because they are actually perfect the way they are. So moving on right here, as you know what green screen is, there's no much help needed right there. Going down to compositions, it's the normal thing that we got familiar with when it comes to coloring the video. We discussed it about before when I said Photoshop, Paint, and every single software nowadays has this. It's blending mode, which you can use it as an overlay if you have a clip underneath it, or you can go with a screen, something like that. You can change the color of it right here. So it's a simple option, or if you would like to be more faded out, you can you can draw down the opacity. I don't know what this thing is bugged out to 100. It's supposed to be moving. So, but yeah, that's it about these options right here, and those are the final options for our elements. So elements have a lot of things to work with, and they're really cool, and they tell the story a little bit better. So let me show you what I mean when I say going to composition and dragging down the opacity. So if I click OK, I'm going to apply this effect, and as you can see, it's faded out a little bit. You can see through the white color right here, but it's still pretty cool, and they made these elements looking pretty sick right here. So another thing that's when it comes to elements is this thing right here. So they are similar thing to text right here. So as you look at this, as you can see, it's the same thing as some of these text that we have. Yeah, this is really usable for commercials, and it's really good looking, but these emojis right here, I don't like to work with this because they are really not professional, and the tutorial and the web ones are the ones that I mainly use, and elements are awesome, and I would recommend you to try them out. That will be it for this lesson, guys. I hope I will see you in the next one, where we will be covering up split screen, and that is the final option for important options that Filmora has and we can use. So yeah, that will be it, guys. Make sure to leave a rating. I think it's time for it, actually, because you covered up a lot from this course, and it's actually time for you to leave a good grade. If you enjoyed this course, if you learned something, make sure to leave that good grade. It will mean the world to me, guys. Like, really, try to leave those 5 stars. It's nothing to you, but it will help me so much. Thank you once again, guys. I will see you in our next episode.